What's going on, people? It's Mr. Door back again with a previous show. I hope everyone's fit and well. And yes, Nottingham Forest, I've got a big game tomorrow against Bournemouth at the City Ground, 3 p.m. kickoff. It's Saturday. I won't be going to the game tomorrow because I'll be at Des's wedding tomorrow. So, Des, you're in for it. But as well, people, like I said, if you are going to the game, Craig Price said he's going to do the work for me. And people, if you do see him, get on the vlog. Do your score prediction and blah blah blah. So people in the comments below, get your predictions in to know what the score will be. Before we do start, if you're new to the channel, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and like I said, people get in the comments as well. What is your score prediction? Right, let's start the show. I've got a special guest from the UTCA channel, Bournemouth channel. I've got my man Sam. How you doing, Sam?
Hello, mate. I'm very good, thanks. How about you?
I'm not too bad. Not too bad. It's good to be back in the Premier League. But before we, like I said, we do start. What's it like to be back in the Premier League?
It feels great to be back. Obviously, 20 years ago when I was a little kid, I would never have expected Bournemouth to even be anywhere near the Premier League. So to be back again the second time in a few years, it's great.
Right. I know. I've got to mention it. Like I said, the game that we played was in the Championship. You beat us 1-0 to cement your place in the Premier League. What was it like beating us? Because that game was like everyone was talking about it. But as a Bournemouth fan, what was it like to get promoted at that time?
Oh, it was a great feeling. Obviously, I was hoping for us to get promoted a bit earlier than that, but the results didn't go our way. But when it comes to Forest, it was a must win. It was a very tense game, but the free kick was world class. And once that went in, we knew we were going to be going up.
Like I said, I went to the game. People, as everyone knows, like I said, it was a game that one of the teams got to get promoted, and Bournemouth won it. But as you know, we've done it as well through the playoff final. Right, let's start, Sam. I said a massive game for both clubs. You started well against Aston Villa, but then, as every Forest fan know and every Bournemouth fan know, it's not been it's not been great. So, Sam, as a football fan, talk to everyone. What the hell has been happening with Bournemouth?
Well, it's just been very negative from the manager, Parker, which is why eventually he got removed. We started off well, obviously, with Aston Villa, good 2-0 win, great start. But then when we got to Man City, we expected to lose 3 or 4-0, so you can't really look at that game as anything really happened that you wouldn't have expected. Arsenal at home, the performance was not great. First 30 minutes, we couldn't even clear the ball out the box. And Arsenal world-class players threw world-class goals. But obviously, when it comes to Liverpool, I was actually feeling very optimistic at the beginning of the game. We had a good squad. I was feeling optimistic that, you never know what could happen in the Premier League. We have beaten Liverpool before at home, 3-1 down and 1-4-3, so anything can happen. With the team squad from the previous couple of games, I thought, we've got a good squad out there. Let's try, and you never know, we might get a draw. But within 6 minutes, that was obviously dashed when we went 2-0, and to finish with a 9-0 loss and the way Parker come out negative, something just had to change for me. And I think they did make the best decision to take him out. And obviously, we proved it from Wolves. You can see the determination back in the squad again. So let's hope things move forward from there.
I know, like I said, you won against Villa, but then, like I said, you lost to Arsenal, you lost to Liverpool, you lost to who was the other team you lost to? Man City. But as a football fan, like I said, 3 big clubs. Do you feel a little bit sympathy for Scott Parker? Because I know losing 9-0, no one wants to lose 9-0, but not a little bit sympathy for him because you're playing against 3 big clubs.
I have a little bit of sympathy for him. Obviously, we played 3 big clubs and 3 losses. You're not going to not expect that. It was just the way he came out after the game for me. And before the season started, he made comments that our team, isn't quite ready, which everyone at the end of the day at Bournemouth can tell that, we haven't got the strongest sides to play teams, especially like Man City. We can't compete against teams like that. But then to come out after the 9-0 and say we could lose another 9-0, we're all shell-shocked. He's just obviously putting the team more down as they already are and saying we're not good enough. Who's going to want to play for a manager like that? for me, yeah, I do have a bit of sympathy for him. At the end of the day, he couldn't spend, especially like teams like yourself have spent this transfer window. But for me, yeah, we needed a change there to try and pick the change room back up.
You mentioned like the buying players. I know in January you brought quite a lot of players in. You didn't really brought in much. Do you think bringing so many players in January, like I said, I know you brought, I think it was about, how many players? It was about 10 players or something?
It was a few players, yes, in January, yeah.
Yeah, then you brought in not quite long. So do you think not buying as much in this window as made a massive impact the way you did in January?
Yeah, so obviously in January we bought a few players then, and obviously at the beginning of this season, a couple of them as well haven't really been used, and he was gonna let a couple go out on loan. So for me, they were obviously at that time they were a waste of a signing, because he was obviously we were trying to build a team to get into the Premier League. You don't want to bring in players that then aren't going to play for you when you get in the Premier League. So yeah, I think if we did stuff a bit differently in January, we may have had maybe a couple more transfers this window.
So Scott Parker gets sacked. Who's your caretaker manager so far today?
Sorry, I didn't get that, mate.
Who's your caretaker manager? Who's
Gary O'Neill?
Oh, Gary O'Neill.
Yes.
Don't he used to play for Portsmouth as well?
That's correct. Yeah.
What was his game against? Was it Wolves? Draw 0-0. What was he like so far?
Yeah, so I think he's done well so far. Obviously, he got chucked in deep end. His assistants who are helping him at the moment is Sean Cooper and Tommy Elphick as well, ex-Bournemouth players. And I think they're doing really well so far. You could tell on Wednesday there was a determination. They were getting stuck in with challenges. They're all trying to work as a team again. And you could definitely tell there's a confidence brewing again in the changing room. So hopefully we can continue that and start playing a bit more attacking like Bournemouth used to always do.
You've got a good record against Forest. I know you beat us twice last season. Like I said, you got the point last week. As a fan, are you confident that you can get a result against Forest?
Well, it's definitely going to be difficult tomorrow. Obviously, from the 9-0 defeat and drawing at home against Wolves, at the end of the Wolves game, we were holding on, but the defence and the goalkeeper kept us in the game. So if we don't come out attacking like we have done in the past tomorrow, then I will think we will find it difficult. But if we play our good attacking football, I definitely believe we could pick up 3 points if we play it right.
100%. People like this 59 people in. And I said, if you don't know who I am, I'm Mr. Door, doing a previous show. Sam next to me, he's a Bournemouth fan, so people show some love to Sam as well. Sam has got a YouTube channel as well, a Bournemouth channel that talks all about Bournemouth. Sam, just do a little plug about your channel.
Yeah, so our channel is utciadafcb. There's 4 of us. We've been Bournemouth fans all of our lives, and yeah, we discuss all the latest transfers, review the teams in the previous years, and obviously go on channels like yourselves and speak to all the teams around the UK. And yeah, we're looking to build our base down here.
If you have any questions for Sam about Bournemouth season, about anything Bournemouth, put in the comments below, and we'll ask Sam. I've got one for you, Sam, and this is your namesake, Sam, as well. Keith Moore always scores against Forest, so need to score at least 2 to win. Are you confident you can get a score tomorrow for Bournemouth?
Yeah, like I said, if we come out and play the attacking football, we do. There's no reason why Bournemouth can't score. Dominic Solanke's back from his little niggle. So I'm sure he'll be starting tomorrow, and hopefully, I would try Kiefer Moore with Dominic Solanke just behind him, and I definitely could see us scoring 1 or 2 goals. But yeah, we'll have to see on that one.
I was thinking, it was funny, like I mentioned Dominic Solanke, like was he on the bench against Liverpool?
Yes, so he had an injury.
I didn't get. Was he injured?
He had an injury, so he didn't play the game before. So then he was back on the bench for Liverpool. And obviously we were 5-0 down, and Parker brought him on at half-time and put him on the left in a position you can tell he doesn't like playing. I wouldn't have even done that. I would have just rested him for 90 minutes then. But yeah.
Right. And the guy that I'm talking about as well, he's from your channel, Evening Mr. Store, and great work, Sam. Mr. Door, we need to do a draw you in the cup. It's been 2 years since we're talking about the Hooters catch up. Yes, mate, I have not forgot that. 2 years ago, I did a bet. If he comes to away to Bournemouth, he's going to pay for the Hooters. I'm still waiting for that. And it's funny enough that I'm not going to the game tomorrow. So if he did come to the game tomorrow, you could have done it. And bets will be off. But now you're not going to the game tomorrow. But if Bournemouth do play Forest in a cup, you're still going to pay for my cup chicken. So please do. I'm waiting for that. There's 62 people playing. That's what people get your predictions in. Like I said, massive game for both clubs. Let's talk about, like I said, Bournemouth. Like I said, Parker's left. You got O'Neill in. Are you worried that about you stay up in the Premier League? Because me personally, like looking in, as well with Fulham, two clubs who came first, second. You lot came second. Will come second place. Are you worried about the league the whole season, like staying up?
At this point, obviously, yes, I'm a little worried. The transfer window didn't go as everyone would have liked. For our deadline day, we got Jack Simpson in, not Jack Simpson, sorry, Jack from Southampton.
Yeah.
He'll obviously help us be an additional person for the bench, but we didn't really bring in anyone that could help us even more. So yeah, obviously with the manager gone, I think with Gary Neal, I think if they give him a bit of time to work with the squad, I think Gary Neal may keep the job this season. And if they all come together, there's no reason why we can't stay up. But it will definitely be a challenge for us.
100%. There's 12 minutes gone. As a rival fan, and everyone's been talking about the 21 players that Forest have signed, what's your opinion on the whole situation?
Well, for me, I really don't get. Obviously, you bought all these players, and then you've sent a few on loan, like that Josh Bowler yesterday, I think it was, or day before.
Sam, as far as fan, we don't get it.
Yeah,
the Josh Bowler one, but yeah, carry on.
Yeah, obviously signings like Jesse Lingard are good. Emmanuel Dennis, I like that one as well. You've definitely brought in some good players, but now obviously they've all got to gel with each other. So it's all good and well bringing all these good players in, but are they all going to gel straight away? Because obviously, if you don't have a great season and you're ending up in a relegation battle and eventually go down the first season, for example, your club would be in a bit of trouble with all the wage bills and that, and everything you've spent. So from an outsider, I get why obviously you've brought in a few players, but it could take a backwards effect for you by the end of the season.
Okay. So people in the comments, do you agree with what Sam said? Like I said, it's been a lot of players as it is, 21 players Forest have brought in, but it will take time. And like I said, we've got a massive game. It's a 6-pointer for both teams. Like I said, Bournemouth got rid of Scott Parker, brought in O'Neill in. Got a point last week against Wolves. As everyone knows, we got battered against Man City. If you not saw the vlog, people go and check the vlog after this previous show. 2 more questions for you, Sam. I mentioned, like I said, it's been a bad start for your season. Like I said, you got 3 points against Villa, but it's been great. Got rid of the manager. Do you think? I know it's early days. Anything could happen in the Premier League, but as a fan, and people in the comments as well, get involved as well. Do you think you'll stay up in the league?
There's no doubt about that. We're definitely going to be in the relegation battle this year. But at the end of the day, I could never come out and say that Bournemouth, I don't think we will stay up. There is definitely a chance, but we've just got to utilise the players we've got in the right way. Obviously, we play three at the back sometimes with 2 wing backs. That you could quite clearly see that's not working. If we went into those games playing more attacking football like Bournemouth are well known for, we would have at least put in a better performance. So yeah, I do think we'd definitely struggle, but I wouldn't definitely say we would go down this year.
So Sam said Bournemouth won't be going down. I think it's quite a lot of people might disagree with that. Well, like I said, the Bournemouth fan, he's going to say that they're not. But I think this transfer window, like I said, I think as a Forest fan, what's messed up is like you brought so many players in January, like good players. You've got to bring in players to get to the Premier League because we did the same. We did the same, man. And that's what I think might bite you up. But like I said, you never know. You never know. You might get a new manager bounce if you do get one, and it is what it is. Right, people. Like I said, score predictions time. And I'll get Sam's prediction as well. As well, people get in the comments as well. What is your score prediction for tomorrow's game? Sam, last but not least, what is your score prediction for tomorrow?
I'm going to say Bournemouth will win 2-1.
Ooh, you confident?
I am confident, yeah.
Ooh. As people know, like I said, if you do want to watch my vlog from last season vlog, Bournemouth did beat us 2-1. The player that I'm worried about, what's his name? The Danish guy who plays in centre midfield. It's Billing.
Yeah, Philip Billing.
That's it. Philip Billing. He always scores past Forest. I know he scored past us last season as well at our ground. Is he injured? Is he playing tomorrow? Injured? Please say he's injured.
I would say he'll definitely be featuring tomorrow. Yes.
This all. Thanks for the confidence boost, Sam. Thanks for the confidence boost. You know what, but before you do go, one last question: are you worried about any Forest player tomorrow?
Well, obviously, like I said, Jesse Lingard, Manuel Dennis. If Steve Cook was in your centre back tomorrow, obviously, I don't know. You could have anyone playing tomorrow, the amount of players you brought in. If Steve Cook was at centre back, obviously he would know the Bournemouth players through and through. So it would definitely be more difficult. And yeah, obviously you've got a very good keeper in Dean Henderson. He's obviously been saving penalties for you this season as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So that was one of your best signings, definitely, with him.
100%. Right, Sam, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for coming on my channel. I love your confidence boost, thinking you lot will win. But like I said, everyone's got their opinion about what's got confidence. I'm going to give my score prediction because, as you know, I'm not going to the game tomorrow for the first time. First game I'm going to miss since the Cardiff game when I had COVID. So that's the first time I'm going to miss the game because, as you know, Des is getting married. So Des, thank you a lot for at this game as well. But as well, people put in the comments as well, give him something good about Des for getting married as well. My prediction, I think I'll go for. I think we'll do a big bounce tomorrow after the 6-0 defeat against Man City. I'll go for it. I think I will win 3-1. I think Bournemouth will score. They've got a good team, man. You got Dominic Solanke. He's a player that I'm more worried about tomorrow, but I still think we'll get results there. Right, Sam, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for taking your time.
No worries.
As well, people, if you do want to get promoted to the channel, the link is in the description as well to get subscribed to utciadafcb AFC Bournemouth fan channel as well, people. Like I said, we've got a great channel. And there's any Bournemouth fans as well watching this. Make sure you do subscribe to his channel. Right, people, before you do go, like I said, if you want to see any vlogs in the past I've done, the link is in the description as well. It's as well to subscribe as well to my channel as well. My target is to reach 8K. Craig said Craig is doing a vlog as well tomorrow. So if you do want to get on this vlog, please do. All you do is ask for score prediction. He'll be at the Union as well around 2ish as well. So if you do want to get this vlog, please do. And as well, people, if you're watching rerun of this previous show, get your link as well for what the score will be. And if you want to be a member as well, people, please do. It only costs $2.99 and it helps the channel grow as well. Right, before I do go, like I said, if you're new, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll be back on either maybe Sunday night because I think, like I said, it's Des' wedding tomorrow, so I might have a little hangover. So if I am, I'll be back. It'll be Saturday night or Sunday night as well. And I will watch the game maybe Sunday to see or get my views on the game. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sam, for coming on, and hopefully Forest do get a big bounce for tomorrow against Bournemouth. Peace and love. Up the Forest.